if you're riding with people and it's not going good, or they're not respectful of you and your horse, find other people to ride with. Life's too short. Life's too short. They're going to cause problems. So when you're on a trail ride, and we'll go over this some more, there's an organized trail ride, especially when you've got a bunch of people, is no different than a fox hunt or a cattle drive. There's etiquette and decorum that you must follow. And if you were on a fox hunt and went by the master of the hunt, would you be invited back? No. You'd probably be asked to leave, told to go back, go home. Well, it's the same way with organized trail ride. Hey, we went to a place, this has been several years ago, and folks that were with us went with the guy that owned the campground, and they took them off, and they took off and left. Well, you know what? They had no clue where they were going. They thought they did, but no, they didn't. Well, after several times of trying to find them, they just said, "The hell with it. They're on their own." Well, you know what? They ain't get invited back. So there's etiquette. You don't just go running off on the trail. You don't just leave the group and run off. You ask everybody. You set it up so that, one, everybody's aware and everybody can be safe. Everybody has a good time. So then we'll go over some of these things as we go. But this is the horse I want to ride, the horse that's relaxed. Okay, so now we're cruising along the trail. So how does this little exercise work? I'm not supposed to pull back with both reins. I'm riding in a snaffle bit, and my horse is starting to go a little fast. Oh, I'm just going to pick up and have him slow down. Say, yeah, me too.
Pick up what?
One rein. I'm going to pick up one rein. Now notice, a snaffle bit and a boselle must be used with one rein at a time. Doesn't mean that you can't use two reins, but you can't. Both reins cannot be doing the same thing at the same time. So if I pick up on this rein, if I have a snaffle, I'm picking up the mouthpiece on the snaffle. I'm not pulling back. It's not a pull. It's a lift. When I lift, I'm sitting down in my saddle at the same time. I'm breathing out. Just like sitting over here and bending, I'm doing nothing. So all stopping is the act of quit riding. So if I was standing here on the ground talking to you, I wouldn't say, "Oh crap, my legs have run off. I'll see y'all later if my legs decide to come back." No. My legs do what I ask of them to do. And the same thing with my horse. I need to be particular. Okay? I'm not going to allow him to just walk off. But when I want to stop, I also have to stop in my body. Do in your body what you want your horse to do in theirs. So if I want my horse to be relaxed, I have to be relaxed. All my weight is here. And my stirrups are just holding the weight of my legs. My feet, they're just sitting there. If I've braced, my horse's head's going to come up, his back's going to get hollow, and he's going to be worried about what's going on because now I've got the panicaholic claustrophobic sitting underneath of me, and I'm squeezing the toothpaste tube. And God help you, if the top pops off, you're going to get toothpaste all over the mirror. So don't squeeze that tube. When do I squeeze the tube? When I want to walk. And I squeeze the tube. And when I get to the appropriate speed, I'm going to quit squeezing. But I'm going to keep walking in my body. And then when I want to stop, I'm going to stop in my body. I want to walk, I'm going to sit up, I'm going to go somewhere. Here we go. I'm going to walk along. Okay, but my feet aren't just walking off without me. Okay? You dictate everything that your horse does. Your horse only does what you allow them to do, whether you're on the ground or in the saddle. If you allow it, don't get mad at them for doing it again the next time. If I'm walking along and I say, "I want you to slow down," and he says, "No, I think I'm going to keep going," and you say, "Okay, never mind, You can't get mad when you ask them to slow down and stop the next time. Okay? Kind of like, don't train your kid, just spank them at the Walmart for doing the wrong thing. No, you got to teach them before you go to the Walmart, not grab the toys or the whatever they want off the shelves. Okay? So the same thing here. You teach them how you want them to do and be before you go. Okay, so let's just look at that. Lifting with this rein, but I also can guide with the other rein. So if you have a snaffle bit, I don't want to muddy the water, but so that you know what you can do. I've stopped. Now I'm going to ask him to back up. I can pick this other rein up and say, can you back up? This is a lift. This is straight back. But you need to learn how to just get them to slow down and rate. Because on the trail ride, you want them to rate. They want to pick the speed up a little bit, rate. Now, pick your spot on the trail. Pick your battleground. There's going to be times where your horse gets a little bit too worked up, or another horse is having a problem, or they decide they want to run. Because in most cases, our horses are overbred, overfed, and underridden. And in that case, they have excess energy, so they are going to use that against us maybe. So, if I'm riding on a narrow trail, and I can't do a circle, you know what? I'm going to just keep working this way. Lift, 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 lift. Okay? Do the best you can. If you do too many circles and the trail ride goes off and leaves you, all you're doing is winding the spring to explode. Okay? So if you're back here doing this circle and everybody else is going off, it just isn't going to, it's not going to, you're just creating more and more problems. So now you know what you got to do to work on it at home. Okay? Or set it up with some of your friends to work on some of these things. We're going to give you a bunch of little things to work on. So like when you guys get together in smaller groups, you can play some of these games and prepare your horse for trail riding. Okay?